Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite. Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Last time we did a lot of running around that I maybe didn't have to do, and today we've got a password to this here door. You're gonna ask me what is the music of life, and I'm gonna say like silence my brother or something. I think it was Swabbies. I have multiple keyboards available apparently on the Wii U gamepad.
Hey.
Capital SWABBIES. And you are going to let me in. Okay. So, you are... You're Nico, right? So am I going to have to present myself, or am I just going to have to hang out in the corner and listen in, or something like that? And can I, like, steal the pirate's treasure? Because nobody's guarding it, and, like, the rules of the sea mean that it finders keepers, but I guess there doesn't seem to be an option to steal the pirate's treasure. So we're going to come down this way, and... you there! My old swabby Drago. So you're alive? All the other pirates said you got done in by that bird monster in the Forsaken Fortress, so I thought... Never mind what I thought. You're alive! Oh, I get it now. You came back because you missed me so much. Yeah, about that. So I had no idea you wanted to be my swabby so badly. I see. Well, after you left, I went back to bring the bottom rung of the ladder. I went back to being the bottom rung of the ladder, which is why I'm stuck here while everyone else is in town having fun and eating and stuff. But I guess being so worshipped by my swabby ought to cheer me up. Alright, why don't we set you your next test, huh? This one is harder than the last. Good luck, you'll need it. Alright, so is this going to be another platforming challenge? You see the lanterns hanging throughout the room, right? Well, the last time you were pressed with the switch, the platforms rose up for you to jump on, right? Well, this time, there aren't any. Done a little remodeling in here, have we? Which means that you have to jump from one rope to the next rope. Pretty tough. And that's not all. This time, I put a gate on the door, too. The switch opens the gate, but it'll close if you don't get here before the time runs out. Alright. So that timing mechanism is not that important, because that's not really the challenge. The challenge is, like, actually not falling when you jump on things. At least that's kind of how it was the first one. If you get all the way to this side, alright, yeah, you'll give me bombs if I do that, which I guess is probably going to be what I need. Which is going to answer my next question before I even get a chance to ask it, which is, is this necessary? Or is this also going to be... Alright, let me jump this way. So is this going to be a side mode thing like that combat thing in Outside Island that I did the last time? And yes, for those who did not see the last video, you heard that right. I thought I was supposed to go to Outside Island the first time. So apparently, and this is one of those things that I don't believe the game ever told me. If I hold ZR to make the... No. If I hold ZR to make the swinging stop, I can then use the... left analog stick. There we go, finally. To shimmy up and down. I don't remember the game ever telling me that. There certainly wasn't anything on screen that said, like, move up and down to slide, but here we are. Alright, that was not fun on top of the mounting pile of whatever. This isn't good. I've never even passed the test. How could he do it so quickly and make it look so easy? I'll be honest, you probably would have passed it faster if the game's controls were better, and if the game, like, told you what the controls were. And if I give this to him, everyone will know for sure. Oh, I'll be so busted. Okay. You're the best swabby of all time, so I guess I'll just give you the bombs. Go on, take them. Just don't tell anyone, okay? I'm serious, real serious, okay? Alright, you have fun with that. I will be glad to never set foot in here again. Although the fact that we came here twice makes me think that I'm probably gonna have to. Alright. So, we're gonna go jump in here, and that is gonna be bombs, I assume. I can carry up to 30. So, that's gonna be largely the same as the bomb flowers, but I suppose I should be shocked, but I'm more amazed that you managed to survive after being tossed out of that tower. From the look on your face, I have to guess that you haven't saved your sister yet, huh? You don't give such things much thought, do you? You rush in, you never think about how badly things can go for you, just like now. The only reason you got what you did was because we left a simple-minded little rat like Nico behind to look after things. Link, maybe next time you should, like, turn off your cell phone before doing this sort of thing. Anyway, no one else would have parted with our treasure so easily, I assure you, and just because you intend to use those bombs anyway. Just how do you intend to use those bombs anyway? Don't tell me you're going after Jaboon's treasure too. Right now, Jaboon is hiding in a cave at the back of the island you were born on, but the entrance is blocked by a giant stone doorway. You can't get in without breaking the door down. We're going to relax in town and eat our fill of whatever this town has to offer, but we'll be leaving for outset first thing in the morning. If you manage to find Jaboon tonight, then I guess you win. But if you take too long, we'll come sailing right by tomorrow morning, and you better believe me, you didn't get all of our bombs. You better be quick, kid. I feel like if they really, you know, wanted to make sure that they got the treasure before I did, they could have, like, come and stopped me, but whatever. Alright, we're gonna get out of here, and I think now I can finally set sail, and I can go steer in the direction of Outset Isle, and, I don't know, put the gamepad down, go have lunch, and then maybe when I come back I'll have arrived. How do I get out of here? So, we can just climb overboard, we can jump in the sea, because we have no devil fruit powers that make swimming impossible. And we can, I believe I saw the ship docked over here. I initially docked it by the beginning of that beach, but I think when I went inside some door and came out, you know, your position resets. Anyway, so you must meet with Jaboon and get the pearl from him before they arrive. That sounds like another dungeon. Let us delay no longer. All right, we are going to. Let's see. I want to turn sort of in like this direction. I think that's good. And now we can change the wind. And we can set the winds to the southeast-ish, and that should put us in somewhat the in the direction that we want to sail in. All right, I am gonna go and, like, I don't know, talk about like level design in Wizarducks with Moonin or something. BRB. Alright, am I back in time? We apparently sailed a little bit past it, and that's fine, I guess. So if I approach, the game is just going to warp me up to the beginning? That's interesting. Have you noticed? Morning is not broken since we arrived at Greatfish Isle. The land was so ravaged by monsters, it's as if time itself is frozen. Perhaps this is the curse that Valu spoke of. Whatever the reason, if this night does not end, then we need not worry about the pirates overtaking us. In fact, it might not be a bad idea for you to visit your hometown and family again after such a long time away. We can speak with Jaboon after you do. That's one of those things that sounds like that's an option, but I've come to start to expect that when the game says things like that's an option, it really means that's what you're supposed to do right now. So let's run back and say hello to Grandma. I did mention that I wanted to do this when you were, like, you know, not asleep. So if I come in here, Grandma, what do you have to say? You are still asleep. Okay. That's cool. Anyone else? Are there any other important people on the island? I don't really feel like talking to the lady with the pigs. I don't really feel like talking to Brains Over Brawn, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, whatever I called them earlier. Should I? I'll talk to Tweedledee at the very least. And maybe he'll have something to say. Tweedledum is probably just gonna, like, I don't know, challenge me to yet another sword fight or something that I don't feel like doing. No, you're just gonna tell me the same thing that you told me the last time I was here. Okay. In that case, I guess, can I sail around the back of the island and just, like, blow bombs out of the ship's cannons, which our ship definitely has somewhere? Maybe. I did see that there was another icon on the D-pad, but I didn't really, like, think about it. Okay, so you're just gonna tell me to get going again. So we can search for the cave, and we can sail over in around this direction, and okay, yeah, that's definitely like a cannon that's on the D-pad over there. The whirlpool is big, which makes me think I probably am going to need to stay away from it. So if I stop here,
Hey.
and if I were to aim like, here? I appear to be, like, moving around the whirlpool, so let's try and, alright, direct hit. Direct hit. Am I gonna have to do this a couple of times? I guess I'm gonna have to do this a couple of times. Let's see, so we can launch that one. That one looked pretty good. Alright, that's gonna knock a couple more pieces off. And I think I'd probably better wait until I swing around again, because I'm kind of getting kind of far. And I think the reticle is like barely up the wall. Can I hit it from there? I think that should be it. Alright, so that's going to open up that cave. And can I actually, like, get in there now? The whirlpool is gonna magically vanish. I had a feeling something like that was gonna happen. And now... is this gonna be our third dungeon of the game? Our third real dungeon of the game? Hi! Well met indeed, Jaboon. I am pleased to see that you are safe. Yes, it seems Ganon has returned. There can be no other explanation. Unfortunately, that is not so. I know that often these Hylian runes actually translate into something. I might see if I can... My screen just went black. Okay, that was really weird. My capture card just randomly decided to stop outputting video. And I got it back. I replaced the cable connecting it to my computer, and I hope that the problem was just with the cable and not with the Elgato itself, because I would prefer to not have to spend money on replacing that any day soon. Anyway, the one I brought with me has no connection to the legendary one, and yet I sense great promise in the courage that this one possesses. So as I was saying, I know that a lot of these Hylian runes actually can be translated into, like, English characters. I don't know if they all make sense or if they're just, like, gibberish words sometimes, but I'll see if I can, I might see if I can find, like, a translation or something to that effect. So, the fish is gonna keep talking to us, and... there's no way it's this easy. This is gonna get, like, stolen by pirates or something, and we're gonna have to go and get it again, I'm sure. Nehru's Pearl. The water spirit Jaboon was kind enough to give you this jewel as a treasure of one of the goddesses. Alright, is that really it? That can't be it. There has to be more to this. So that foul rain and endless night were indeed elements of a curse brought on us by Ganon. He must intend to cast this land into pure darkness for all time. I believe I have. That one ended with an exclamation mark. Recognize that character. Ganon's curse has been broken by the power of the pearl that Jaboon gave us, so morning should come soon. It is Well that we have gathered all the pearls. Are you ready? I have marked the places where you must set the pearls on your sea chart. Once you have placed the location of the pearls in its proper location, the proving grounds for your cards will become apparent. Clearly, the search for Jaboon has shown that Ganon has begun to make efforts to block our path forward. It is certain that the perils ahead of us will be greater than any you have faced so far. You should finish off any business you have here on Outset Island right now, so that you shall not have any regrets later. So we are not going to be back for a while. I don't really feel like doing any side stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna want to turn the wind in the northeast direction, so opposite where we're going now. I'm not really in the mood to do any side quests in this game right now, not after how annoyed I have been getting in the last couple of videos about like the game wasting my time out here on the Great Open Sea. So I'm just gonna go sail in about this direction, I think, and we can make a beeline for those spots marked on my map on the bottom screen. They're approximately in the middle of the map. I know that you can't see that because I'm not capturing video from the gamepad as well. So I am not 100% sure where I need to sail. So the cell that I'm in is vaguely in the right direction. I'm looking around for things that look important. There are like some outcroppings of stone up here, but I think that might be too far away. I think that might be in the next cell. The sun is coming up, which is interesting. If I sail into the center, oh great, you're all right, fine. We'll change the wind direction to go like vaguely in front of me. I said we'll change the wind direction to go vaguely in front of me. I said we'll change the wind direction to go vaguely in front of me. Really? I had it the first time. Or the last time, or whatever. Anyway. How about this way? And we can sail away from the big ugly over there. And if I put the sail back up. What is this? Perhaps is this where I need to go? I see there's also a little spire over there, but that's kind of far away. That might also be in, like, another... Alright, there seems to be... get out, please. There seems to be a, some sort of statue up here. Is this... Okay. Something happened. Wandering traveler who seeks the guideposts of the goddess. And, like, now I'm looking over at my computer screen every couple of seconds to make sure that the video signal is still being, like, captured on my computer. Wandering traveler who seeks the guideposts of the goddess. Place the pearl you hold here. Which one? That one, I guess. Does it correspond with the color of the eyes? Alright, Nehru's pearl. 2 pearls remain. So, that's one. Getting here was not difficult, but it did once again take, like, a really long time. So we're gonna have to go and get in the ship once more, and the next one is, like, east-northeast relative to here, so if I can turn in approximately this direction, and get bludgeoned by whatever these are. Link. I am definitely holding sideways on the right analog stick. We're gonna go in this direction. We are going to possibly get away from these weird pufferfish things and I will cut back to the action when we get there. Alright, I think I see another island of approximately the same shape, and this one has, instead of a bunch of, like, SpongeBob, Miss Puff, Pufferfish sort of character people, this one has some kind of, like, weird octopus that was guarding it. We'll see if anything else, pops out of the sea, when we approach here. So, what are you guys doing? Are you just, like dredging the depths or whatever, I guess? I have never seen any, like, NPCs doing that before. I don't know if I would attack them if they were, like, monsters or something. I assume that's another random event. But let's see. We're gonna go... This is the yellow one. Which one was this? I don't remember whose this was. Is this the one I found in the forest? Favore's Pearl. Alright, so that's gonna be 2 out of 3, and the next one is sort of like... pretty close to Windmill Island, apparently. And I think if I just go northwest from here... If I go northwest from here, we should be able to get there fairly easily. That's more or less in this direction. Okay, I had once again put the Wii U gamepad down and was off doing other things while I sailed across the sea. What is this? Foolish creature who does not fear the gods. To the end of the sea with you. Oh. I sailed into one of those things? Do I have to fight a tornado? That's gonna be really inconvenient. I was wondering what happened when you sailed into those. Is this Dragon Roost? Did I get plunked down by Dragon Roost? Some ill will towards humans, and also towards my time. Interesting. Well... I can't even just, like, put the gamepad down and go and do something else while I'm spending this crazy amount of time, like, traveling across the sea? God. Alright, so we've managed to bump into this thing without getting launched to some other random location on the map, which is an improvement over last time, I guess. Let's climb up here. And we are going to take the orange one. I assume the pearl is orange because your eyes are orange. We're going to place that in your hands. And that should make something happen, yeah? That's indeed making something happen. Why did Link run away in fear from that one? just noticed how those stars are, like, rotating sprites off in the sky and not just, like, point-like objects. And, well, we did get launched. Fortunately, the story event happened before, like, this one. Why, who, what, where, when, why, how, and also, like, what? Okay. That's not what I expected to happen when I dropped off those little MacGuffin things. Oh, it's a Triforce. So the fact that the marks on the map are a roughly equilateral triangle was apparently not an accident. Okay. Well, I'm glad that my ship has the intelligence to, like, come after me after I get, like, you know, shot off into the middle of nowhere. Huh. I would say that looks familiar, but I'm pretty sure that the reason it looks familiar is because I did spend a lot of time, like, looking around in the Great Sea on NoClip over the years for, like, Game Maker video stuff. Anyway, this tower, which the pearls of the gods have caused to appear, is a place that the gods of the ancient world prepared so that they may test the courage of men. Only one who is able to overcome the trials that await here will be acknowledged by gods to be a true hero. Only then will that hero be permitted to wield the power to destroy the great evil. Drago, that which you must obtain now lies before you. You must believe in your own courage, which has led you to triumph over the many hardships you have faced, and you must triumph once again. You must rise above the path of the trial of the gods. Alright. So I think that is going to be a next video thing. Once again, I've got to look over and check my recording to make sure that, like, it didn't randomly go to a black screen again, and it looks okay. My name is Dragonite. This has been The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Hopefully next time we will be off the sea and actually, like, into a dungeon doing things, because the dungeons so far in this game have been, like, vastly preferable to the stuff that we're doing outside the dungeons. Anyway, you should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.